Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a cryptic crossword. Um, I normally do the Minute Cryptic every day, but you may have noticed yesterday I didn't do one, and there hasn't been a video today. Something is wrong with the Minute Cryptic website, but it's just me somehow. Like, my browser on this computer cannot load the Minute Cryptic, but I was able to load it on my laptop, and I saw someone else load it on their phone, and I was like, oh, maybe it's fixed. But it's still broken for me on this computer. I don't know why. I tried turning off ad block. It's a mystery. So I'll just do a whole. Oh, and right, also, like, I do the New York Times crossword. The New York Times website is not broken as far as I know, but I get my New York Times access through my library, which I have to redeem every day, which is fine. It's working out pretty well. But the last couple days, there's been something wrong with it, and I talked to my library, and they said, yeah, we know, we're trying to fix it. We're working with the New York Times on whatever's wrong. So at least for today, I have no access to crosswords, aside from doing, cryptic crosswords on the web. I mean, I'm sure I could find a crossword somewhere else, but cryptic crosswords are the other kind of crossword that I sometimes do, and this is a good opportunity to do one, since all the other crossword sites I go to are broken. So reminder, if you're not familiar with cryptic crosswords, well, if you are familiar with the Minute Cryptic, then you're familiar with cryptic crosswords. But the idea here is that each clue gives you the answer twice. Once as a definition, usually somewhat oblique, and once as some kind of wordplay. The idea is, okay, we don't have crosses. Not every letter is checked as it would be in an American crossword. Like this one, you have to get the down to get this letter. You can't guess it from the across. And so they make up for that for each answer being self-checking, because the clue gives you the answer twice. The website I use to find my cryptic crosswords, which I think are, fairly entry-level cryptic crosswords aimed mostly at an international audience, although the occasional Britishism sneaks in because cryptic crosswords are a very British tradition, is lovattspuzzles.com, LOVATTS puzzles.com. I'm not sponsored by them, obviously, but they make decent cryptic crosswords. They're a little bit, I don't know, unoriginal sometimes, but it's a free crossword every day. Like, what can you ask? What more could you ask for? So let's get started. I don't always complete these without help. I get through most of the answers, but that's my rough skill level. Sometimes I have to give up and ask for hints. Dining linen somehow calls to Beth. So somehow looks like an anagram indicator, and that's a very common cryptic crossword clue type, is an anagram. Somehow often means like, oh, rearrange the letters in something. And I noticed that calls to Beth and dining linen are both 11 letters, so either one of those could be anagrammed to be the answer. I don't know what calls to Beth might mean. Dining linen. Like tablecloth is 10 letters? Cloth actually is, you can anagram calls to Beth. Yeah, tablecloths, I guess, are dining linen, which are somehow calls to Beth. Drain vital fluid. Sap? Like to sap is to drain, or to drain vital is to sap. Vital fluid is the sap of a tree. Some combination of that. Yes, correct. All right, let's look at some downs then. Nice to actually get the first two clues. Indelible images of military pageants. I don't know. Speaker heard in bars, cell owner in Spain. Barcelona? Yes. If you have a non-rhotic accent, like British. Then owner sounds a lot like Ona. And Barcelona sounds a lot like Barcelona. So it's heard Barcelona, and it's a place in Spain. Heather shows anger. Yeah, see, I could never, with my accent, I couldn't get bars sell owner confused with Barcelona because they just don't have the same end sound to me. Heather shows anger on return to California. Return sounds like something is being written backwards. Shows could maybe be like a hidden indicator, although I don't see how. Return to California. Heather shows ire. Shows anger, rather. I don't know. What about the Star of Inspector Morse, John? What are they asking me here? What about? Well, if you turned what about, it would be that, which is not a word. So I don't think that's the answer. John. What do you mean, John? I don't know. Candy, vegetables, or flowers? Or flowers. Always got to watch out. They could be talking about rivers. Stars? Hearts? Sweet something? Sweet peas? Sweet. Like, I think candy, they call sweet bread in England, right? And sweet meats is actually bread? It's very confusing. I mean, not all bread they don't call sweet meat, but some of it they do. Divvy up part of company stock. Divvy up company stock. Split? To divvy up is to split. Stock split as well. I'm not quite sure why part of company stock would be split. Yeah, it's not. Happy to have parking contract before 1st of December. Well, the 1st of December is the letter D. You're pleased. Yes. You're pleased if you're happy. Parking is the letter P. A contract is a lease, and the 1st of December is D. Ship's books made from fallen timber? Fallen timber. I don't know. Let's look at some new acrosses. Turn maths symbol into vegetable. Pie is a vegetable. No, it's a math symbol. That's what I meant. You rotate. I don't know. Cut, made, lass, orate, loudly. Loudly is probably a homophone indicator. So made less orate, lacerate. Cut, yeah, cut is to lacerate. Yeah, okay. Expert on surgery or switchboard? Don't know what to do with that. I already looked at this one. Is this thaw for some reason? Why would it be? I don't think it should be. I don't know what Inspector Morse is all about. Alan Morse was the famous one, right? Who invented Morse code, I think. Divvy up part of company stock. I don't know. Like sweet something, doesn't it? Is it sweet meat? Is this some stupid British thing? No. Okay. I'll put sweet in though. Guides bullocks. So what exactly is a bullock? That's a British word we don't really use. It's different from bollock. I don't really know what a bullock is. It's a cow. Yeah, like a bull. So it guides steers. I guess a bullock must be a steer. Divvy up part of company stock. Divvy up. I don't know. At first, silently tolerant of inner crises. Stoic. Silently tolerant of inner crises. The first letter of each of those at first. So this is an example, like, a thing that I thought was true when I learned how cryptics work. And someone explained to me it's not. And maybe it was just a thing that was always true in the New York Times cryptics back when they did those. Is that in every cryptic clue, there's an invisible divider somewhere. And on one side of that is the definition, and on the other side is the wordplay. Often it works like that. But it seems like in practice, it's somewhat loose. So here, there isn't really anywhere that's the definition, right? The wordplay is the whole thing. At first, silently tolerant of inner crises. And like silently tolerant of inner crises, sure, that's a definition for Stoic. But it's like being reused. Those words are in the definition and the wordplay. And I think we had something like that elsewhere, maybe. I've forgotten already. Hung over and banned from work. Interesting. Well, and banned is 9 letters, and if they were hung over, you could imagine them being in the wrong order. Maybe. I don't know how you could get. Huh. Like furloughed or something? I don't know. I mean, and banned. If we put an ED at the end, I'd have and ban and. Harvest fruit shows up again. Harvest fruit. Cherry pick. I don't know. Trophy panels closets? A cupboard could be a trophy. Like, that wouldn't be a trophy panel. I don't know. Something heard to be said of sleep or advice. Something heard. To be said. Sound? Sound advice, sleep sound? That's right, apparently. There is, I think, some way to like get the site into a mode where it doesn't confirm when you get a word right, but whatever. So the other thing I thought of this was, could it be sweet peas? Are those? I mean, is that anything? I'm not aware of a candy or a flower or I do know a vegetable called a sweet pea. I'm not aware of a candy or a flower named a sweet pea, but sure, there must be one. Movement led to some satisfaction. Side? No. Stretch? No. Martha sets off on long race. Long race is 8 letters. You could imagine an excuse to anagram that, but I don't see how you could get a definition out of it. Inside is young Dr. Al. Well, Dr. Al could be drawl. Young, I mean, could that be the letter Y? I don't know. If this were like inside is. I don't think this is anything. Galahad had left Fet. Yes, so if you took Galahad and the had left, you just have a Gala, which is a fate. A fet. I never know how to say that word. I'm not a French dude. Such airs, oddly enough, disfigure. Are we looking at the odd letters of such airs? SCAR, that is to scar or to disfigure. In the past, the French were most anemic looking. Sickly? Is anemic looking? The French is probably le or L or il. In the past, once, yon, your. I think yon refers to time anyway. Y-O-N. It's more about distance. Bask in the sun in Brittany. To tan is to bask in the sun, and tan is in Brittany right there. Celebrity passed over and dogged by misfortune. Star-crossed is dogged by misfortune. A celebrity is a star. You crossed a river, you passed over it. Yeah. Nice. I like that one. Fort that must be remembered, apparently. It must be Alamo. Fort you're supposed to remember. Why is this apparently? I don't know. Changing of the guards for the girl. Don't know. Indicated? Indeed not. Denied? Yeah, if you anagram indeed, you can get denied. And if you didn't indicate something, you denied it, I guess. Oh, that doesn't fit. I said if you... D-E-N... I-E-D. So if you anagram indeed, you do get denied, but it's only 6 letters, not 7. I don't know. I hate the keyboard navigation on this site. It is so confusing. Yeah. So starts with a T, ends with an S. Big surprise. Ships books. Don't know. Trophy panels, closets. Card boxes. Cupboards? Cupboards are closets. Are they trophy panels? A trophy is a cup, a panel is a board. I guess it is cupboards. Practical person is alert. Reorganize. Okay, so is alert is 7 letters. If you reorganized it, you could get the answer to mean practical person. And we have a T at the end, which at least lends credence to that idea. Practical person. Maybe something IST, a realist, is a practical person. Inside is young Dr. Al. This looks like doctor. Oh, no. Movement led to some satisfaction. Harvest fruit, well, that must be reap. Shows up again, reappears. Movement led to some satisfaction. Movement. An opera? I don't know. Martha sets off on long race. Well, it can't be an anagram of long race anymore. It could be, though, Martha is in here somewhere with the 2 A's, like anagrammed Martha. Like Martha sets off, and then we just have the word on. Marathon. It's a long race. And if we said Martha sets off, we would get Marath, then on. In the past, the French were most anemic looking. Palest? That's anemic looking in a way. The French could be le. In the past, yes. P-A-S-T. In that is le. Very good. Indicated, indeed not. Donated? Doesn't seem right. Why would it be donated? I don't know. Let's fill it in and see if it's right. It isn't good. Okay. This is probably an E, though. Denoted? Yeah, I guess something that was indicated was denoted. Why is indeed not allowed to be denoted? I mean, I guess indicated in, deed not. Maybe you could claim this is an anagram indicator of to anagram deed not. I don't love that, but I'm not the expert. Changing of the guards for the girls. I don't really understand what this is. Oops. Interesting. I get a lowercase a when I type numpad 1. Lowercase 4 is D. That's wild. Okay. Hungover and banned from work. I don't know. Ship's books made from fallen timber. Is this a book about a ship? To ship something is to move it from place to place. Book, fallen timber. Made from. Made. Lent. Something made from fallen timber. We could take the letters L-E-N-T. Would that be ship's books? I don't think so. Any famous books in the Bible? The Bible shows up a lot in crosswords. I don't know. Heather shows anger. On return to California. Return to California could be AC. Could end CA. I don't see how that would be helpful. Well, anger on return could be ire backwards. Then put that on California. Erica is a name. Is there someone named Erica Heather or Heather Erica that I'm not aware of? There must be. Heather Erica. I'm going to look this up now. That's told me the answer is right. The plant? The winter heath, also known as Erica carnea. Who knows this shit? Well, you learn all kinds of things doing the cryptic, I guess. I just did the wordplay and got something that kind of made some sense. So I didn't need the definition. Maths symbol. I mean, like, I assume this is pi? Turn maths symbol into vegetable. I don't know. Indelible images. Don't know that either. Expert on surgery or switch? An operator is an expert in either of those things. Right, you have switchboard operators and like surgical operators. Military pageants. Pageants. Indelible images of. I don't know. So I have this O now. Does that help? Ship's books. Wood? Wood is fallen timber, kind of. Boat? A boat could be made from fallen timber. Why would it be ship's books? I'm gonna put boat in. It is wrong. I assume wood is wrong also. Now this looks like something like Duchess or something, but like a C here maybe. But I don't quite get it. Inside is. Dr. Al. Inside. So I want this to be is. I-S. And then put something in it. This could be doctor. I don't know. Oh, I never even read this one. Titan speech of lengthy legendary Greek giant. Well, this is Titan. It's a legendary Greek giant. And Titan in speech might sound like Titan. Inside could just mean in, I guess. It doesn't have to be inside is. So it looks like interior, except for Gala. Some satisfaction. Astrum. Artier. In thread. This for Al, let's say. Internal. A young doctor is an intern. Young doctor, intern, Al. I see. And inside is internal. Got it. I don't know what's going on here. Hungover and banned from work. This one. All right, I guess I'm going to start asking for hints. Maybe I could get another word or two if I stared at it for hours, but you know, ain't nobody got that kind of time. Okay, well that's a D. This kind of has to be an R, doesn't it? Or maybe a U? Sorry, an O. An A could go here. Drunchers. Maybe ended, maybe? Remember we're trying to anagram and band. So I put this N here. Oh, what if it were EA? A-D-E-D-E. I don't have two E's. So it can't be an anagram and band, although I think it is. This is an E. Okay, so it's not an anagram of and band. Huh. Drutchners. Daughters are the girls? Changing of the guards. That's the girls. Changing of the guards. Oh, changing of is an anagram indicator. The guards is 9 letters. I didn't even consider this. Okay. Ship's books. Logs? Yeah, logs are made from fallen timber, and a captain keeps a log. Hung over and banned from work. Banned from work, as in like a musical band? Something ended? No, I didn't mean. I got confused. Suspend. I meant to like reveal a letter, but then I accidentally clicked show and I canceled that, and then I clicked word and it just gave me the word. It doesn't have a confirm prompt like for letter apparently. Suspended. That's hungover, yes, like a bridge is suspended. And you're banned from work if you're suspended. Sure. Let's actually just check the ones I have. Clear the incorrect letters, I guess. This wasn't a P. It's not pi. Okay, what is it? Sine is a math symbol, S-I-N. But what's a vegetable? Turnip. Ah, it is pi. But the math symbol has been turned. It's written backwards as ip. Indelible images of military pageants. Tattoos? No. Yeah, those are indelible images. And I know like a tattoo is a kind of drum beat you can play. I didn't know that it was a military pageant in some way. Maybe it's of military pageants, in that like military pageants will contain tattoos, i.e. drum beats of some kind. Divvy up. I don't get it. To share, yes, that's part of a company stock, and it also means to divvy up. Just give me this whole word, please. It is thaw. Why is it thaw? Also, I thought I tried that. What about? Okay, so we've turned about the letters of what? The star of Inspector Morse John. Is there Morse? Is that a thing? A British TV series starring John Thaw from, excuse me, what year? The 80s. Yeah, I mean, get over yourself, England. Nobody knows this shit anymore. So like I say, this website is less British biased than most cryptic crosswords, but some of this stuff still creeps in. Movement. An action is a movement? Is some satisfaction in action? I don't know about that. That's correct. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.